What's up? It's your boy Dylan Freeman, and today I'm reacting to what anime understands about guns that Hollywood doesn't. By Paylover.
Guns are a staple of Hollywood blockbusters.
That shit was nice.
Fire. They're loud, chaotic, and they always make the hero look like an absolute machine. In battle anime, guns are rarer. But when they appear, they remind us that no matter how overpowered someone is, they're never truly invincible. These two approaches to guns aren't just different. They represent opposing philosophies about what power even means. And that changes everything about these series, from the fights, to the characters, to how the power systems work. But the real question is, who actually does guns better?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
First thing you need to know is that Hollywood has basically had guns in films for as long as it's been making films. Even in movies where people have some kind of crazy superpower, they're almost always part of the story in some way. Superman is one of the oldest examples. In Superman Returns, there's a scene where a guy starts shooting with this thing. I mean, we're talking about chunky bullets here.
That does not work.
Superman flies over, stops all of them, and just smiles. He approaches the bad guy, who then shoots straight into his eye. The bullet folds against his freaking eyeball, bounces, and Superman doesn't even flinch. This is an unforgettable moment that shows us how ridiculously powerful Superman is compared to regular people. He is literally a Superman. The gun kind of becomes this way to instantly tell the audience that this guy is just on a completely different level.
So who are you? What do you want?
Flash.
In X-Men, Quicksilver is a character who has the power to run so fast that everything slows down around him. There's this legendary scene where a group of guards are about to shoot him inside of a kitchen. While everyone else is experiencing all of this in like a couple of seconds, Quicksilver has all the time he wants. Bullets fly in the air in slow motion, and people are almost frozen for him. He casually walks around the room and gently moves the bullets out of the way. Visually, this scene is incredible. The slow motion effects, the playful music, the crazy choreography is just perfect. It's not trying to make you nervous or scared. It's basically a dude showing off. The guns aren't there to actually threaten the hero. They're there to make him look cool.
And that nigga did his work.
Star Wars is also one of these series where people are basically firing guns all the freaking time. People are shooting each other so often that it becomes kind of funny. But the real focus is always on the heroes, especially the Jedi. Those are characters capable of using lightsabers and the Force, which is basically magic. And let me tell you something, there are literal YouTube compilations dedicated to the rare moments where stormtroopers actually manage to finally hit someone. This thing has become such a meme that they even made fun of it in The Mandalorian, which is literally a Star Wars series.
Nigga.
Guns.
This nigga didn't hit that shot. Not
in
even
this
once.
show are just kind of part of the environment. They create this sense of chaos and danger, but really they're just there to make the main characters look super cool. Again, in John Wick, there are also tons of insane scenes where he single-handedly takes down literal armies of guys in the most awesome ways you can imagine. The main character doesn't have any superpowers, but still, the fact that he manages to beat a bunch of people shooting him makes the audience instantly understand that he's just on a completely different level. And sure, there are Hollywood movies where guns actually work really well. I mean, there are even superhero movies where they work. But most of the time, they don't. Nowadays, the reason most of us watch movies and feel like guns are basically kind of useless is mostly thanks to Hollywood. I would actually go even further and say that that's the case in any kind of entertainment media. Guns rarely create any kind of tension or fear. And in a world that's already so filled with tension and fear, Hollywood's approach can actually be awesome. Guns represent a danger that we all understand, even younger audiences. Seeing a hero be completely immune to that danger gives us a satisfying feeling. There's something really powerful about watching another person just shrug off stuff that would kill normal people. When we watch Superman ignore bullets or Quicksilver dodge them, it feels extremely cool, almost like watching some kind of half-god, half-human person. And that's epic, even inspiring in some ways. This specific approach to guns is based on the idea of the all-powerful superhero. Those are figures that were created during some of the toughest times in American history. Characters who would not fail when everything felt doomed. In these stories, guns must fail so the myth can hold. The superhero isn't meant to be tested by reality, but to surpass it. This lets Hollywood tell stories that celebrate human potential. Trust me, there is so much value in movies that say, hey, you could be way more than you are right now. And the characters being immune to guns is part of that message. But here's the thing. This inspiring feeling comes with some serious downsides. As impressive as it looks, making heroes immune to guns removes any feeling of tension during gunfights. We kinda know that the hero's gonna be fine, and that makes huge chunks of action scenes feel emotionally flat. On top of that, it's also ironically harder to be inspired by someone invulnerable, I think. On the flip side of that, anime has recently been going in a different direction. Sure, there are still tons of series where guns are completely useless, but in some instances, anime treats guns like the dangerous weapons they truly are. One of my absolutely favorite examples is in Chainsaw Man. We've spent most of the first season getting to know a couple of characters, their personalities, who they are, the basic stuff. And then there's a restaurant scene that feels like just a peaceful moment where they can eat dinner together like normal people. But then they get hit by a surprise attack. Some of the characters die, some of them don't. But the whole thing is a really terrifying moment. What makes this scene so brutal is
I don't know. Chat. Is Hollywood losing its niche off of guns, or does anime when they use guns do it better?
how it breaks our expectations. We've watched these characters fight monsters in these epic battles. We've seen their abilities and how powerful they're supposed to be. But then, we get this realization that even in a world full of supernatural powers, a gun in the right hands at the right moment will absolutely kill you. Devil Hunters weren't weak, they just got caught off guard. This one character called Makima survives without a scratch when this happens. This doesn't make her feel just powerful. It makes her feel like she's something else that we don't fully understand yet. In the world of Chainsaw Man, these monsters called devils are literally born from human fears and get stronger based on how much people are scared of them. And the Gun Devil is one of the most powerful devils out there. This is not just
That nigga look
some random backstory. This is key to understanding how the series sees guns. The Gun Devil isn't portrayed as cool, it's literally a manifestation of one of humanity's worst nightmares. During the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen, we meet Riko Amanai, who is this young
the girl that got shot, got put a bullet in her head
girl
by she.
who's super important
What's
to the
that nigga
story.
name is?
She's being protected by Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto, literally two of the
That was fucked up.
most powerful sorcerers alive, so she should be completely safe.
Nah.
But then, we're introduced to Toji Fushiguro.
Yeah,
Toji
Toji was the one that had put a bullet through that girl's head, and then everything had changed. Not Yuta. The Gojo friend had started acting different, or I think that nigga been there different when that nigga had got taken over. But yeah,
genius who manages to beat
Gojo.
both of them and slay Riko with a gun in the process.
Yuta
all
beat
that power, all those
Gojo
safety measures
without
were
using
completely useless because of a guy with a gun who just waited for the right moment.
yeah.
Toji's whole fighting style isn't about being fair. He doesn't try to go toe-to-toe with sorcerers in regular fights because he can't. He uses the tools that are most effective to attack, and if he needs it, he'll definitely use a gun. This specific moment completely changes Gojo and Geto as characters. This failure to protect someone from a gun shapes who they become for the rest of the series. In Gachakuto, there's a fight between a character called Ryo and this.
Oh yeah, this part. No, I ain't talking about like this part right here. I'm talking about where
of the series. In Gachakuta,
This girl, right? I forgot what her name is. Well, she had put a bullet through Jabber's head, like she was like an assassin. That shit was that shit was tough.
there's a fight between a character called Rio and this lady. It's a tough battle, but in the end, Rio gets absolutely destroyed. Her powers and skills are just not
And
enough
she
to
kind of used it on
win.
her too.
The fight kind of feels like it's going to follow the usual battle anime stuff. Powers keep growing, the underdog struggles, and there's gonna be some clever ability to use last minute. But then,
I actually like that right there when that happened.
Rio pulls out a gun. And the fight's over. Her opponent is down, and it feels shocking. The moment is weird, almost anticlimactic.
She did pull out that gun out of nowhere.
And that's exactly what makes it work. In a world where everyone has special powers, especially in Gachakuta, where these powers come from objects that people take care of, a gun is the complete opposite. It's something that feels out of place because it's just a tool to kill. It's a brutal reminder that no matter how much you train or how powerful you get, you're still vulnerable. It feels real, even in this fantasy world. And let me tell you, the crazy part is that the next thing she does is walk up to another enemy who just absolutely bodied one of the good guys and takes him out in a couple of seconds too. I know it kind of sounds like I'm saying that every anime series does this, but no. Trust me, there are tons of battle anime out there where powers make guns pretty much useless. But there are also quite a few more mature series that have started going in this new direction. And in all these examples, I think there's a clear pattern in how anime treats guns. Usually, they can seem pretty unfair, even broken. They sometimes completely break the power systems. But here's the thing. They also make the stakes real. There's almost this understanding that guns represent a kind of violence that's more grounded, more real, more connected to actual human experience than super.
Hey chat, do you all think that when anime characters start using guns, it'd be more satisfying than characters just using powers from a fantasy?
Natural powers. Something like a curse technique or a devil contract. That's fantasy. A gun is something that exists in our world, something that actually hurts people in our reality. And when we see one in anime, we can clearly tell the authors are showing us this thing as something shocking, as something that definitely isn't cool. These anime completely reject the idea that you just leveled up past what guns can do, because even the strongest characters are still made of past what guns
I'm gonna say that.
can
But that
do,
nigga was
because even the
stroking that shit.
strongest
That nigga was
characters
just stroking
are
that.
still made of flesh and blood. Those aren't just different ways of showing guns. They're completely different philosophies about storytelling itself. And listen, I am not saying that these characters feel like they're somehow always in danger. But what I am saying is that it does make it feel like they're more human, which then makes the entire story feel more grounded and realistic. When we don't believe characters are in actual danger, when we know they'll survive because they're just too important or too powerful, all the tension just disappears. But when guns actually work, when they can kill anyone at any moment, when even the strongest characters have to stay on their toes, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But ultimately, which of these two approaches is better? Honestly, the answer is kind of complicated. If guns and entertainment are supposed to help you escape reality for a little, or even if you want to feel inspired, Hollywood does a fantastic job. Watching heroes who can ignore bullets can give you a lot of satisfaction. But if guns are supposed to show something more honest and more vulnerable,
that shit was tough.
then I think anime can do a better, more realistic job. Both of these approaches are totally valid, by the way, but I think that anime can sometimes portray guns in a way that combines both of these things. Sure, we still get these epic action sequences where characters use the most insane powers you could imagine, but at the same time, they can be beaten by something as simple as a gun in the right circumstances.
I think people have seen like characters using more of like the guns thing, so that's why people have started saying, "Man, that gun probably won't work on that character because nigga, they literally got superpowers for real, nigga. They can like run faster, like blitz on, uh, do anything that a regular human can't do in real life. So people have like forgotten how like scared a gun is in anime or yeah in Hollywood stuff. So yeah, which one is better? Or do Hollywood prefer the which one prefers guns more better or uses guns way more better? Hollywood or anime?
Anime shows you that being vulnerable is permanent. That power gives you abilities, but it doesn't make you invincible. That the
Yeah,
world stays dangerous no matter how strong you get. It wants to give you stories where even the strongest characters stay fundamentally
that nigga
human.
just
It's
kicked him
perfect for showing you what being a
and body that
hero
nigga.
actually costs. You can become the strongest sorcerer, make
But usually with
contracts
that
with
nigga
powerful
ass.
devils, master ancient magic, but you're still a human. You can still
Yeah.
get hurt. You can still die. And I think there's something really honest about this. Anime's approach to guns says power is about what you can do, not about who can't hurt you. It says heroism matters precisely because heroes stay vulnerable. It says courage counts because danger is real. And in a way, I think that's even more inspiring. These aren't stories about characters who can't be hurt. They're
Yeah.
about characters who can be hurt but choose to fight anyway.
That shit was tough. I like that. I like that. This nigga did his work on this video. Shout out to Paylover. I like the video. But yeah, comment down below what y'all think about the video. Does Hollywood does anime understand his gun is more better than Hollywood doesn't, or is it the other way around? What do y'all think about the like type of the video? Has guns been like been softer on Sean? Don't know what I'm talking about no more. But yeah, other than that, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, peace.